Hello class, welcome back to your online class. So today I will be taking up with the chemistry. According to your reduced syllabus, you just had 3 chapters, right? And one of the topic that is included within a 3 chapter is your separation technique. So we will be going through only few method of separation. Now before going through this chapter, let us understand what do you mean by separation technique and why do you need it. Okay, so what do you mean by separation? Like separation means if you want something, you are removing undesirable substance from a desirable one. If you want something pure substance, then you separate the things. For example, your mom before cooking rice or before preparing pulses, does she immediately put the rice in a container and start cooking? No, she does not do that. Why she doesn't do that? Because along with the rice, sometimes some of the impurities like stones, sand or insects might be present, right? So she usually handpicks it, okay, washes the rice several times and then only keeps it for cooking. Okay, keeps it in a cooking mode. So what are you doing here? You are separating the unwanted thing, okay, from a mixture. So that's known as separation. So we have, just like your mom before preparation of the rice handpicked the pebbles or insects, right, and then she washed that water. So for separation of undesirable substance, you have different methods. Okay, those are referred to as a separation method. Now we will be going through only few of the separation method according to the syllabus. Okay, so you have sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation and magnetic separation. Okay, in today's class we will be discussing about only these three methods, that is sieving, sedimentation, decantation. Okay, you all have observed this phenomena in your day-to-day life. Okay, so sieving, first let's come to a sieving. Okay, now before your mom makes chapati, what does she do with that atta flour? Does she simply put it on the container and starts kneading the dough? No, she does not do that. She has a sieve, right? If you have not seen the sieve, I'll give you the picture alongside. You can see she will take a sieve. She will put a flour in it and then she will start moving. So when she starts sieving that particular thing, what happens is, since the pore size of that sieve is very small, so only the flour will be able to get out of that sieve. Whereas if you have impurities like stone or any kind of insect or any other impurities which is of a larger size than that of a pore size present in a sieve, that will remain itself in the sieve. Okay, only then your mom will be kneading the flour, okay, because that flour will be devoid of any kind of impurities. So this is one simplest method of separation. Okay, I hope you all have observed this. If not, today you go to before your mom prepares chapatis, you go to her in kitchen and just see what she does. Okay, she'll take a sieve, she'll add a flour to it, she'll just start sieving. After that only she starts sieving. So that's one of the separation, simple separation technique that we use in every day-to-day life. Okay, so I'll give you the picture alongside so that you can understand this method properly. Okay, now next is your sedimentation and decantation. Okay, now sedimentation. Okay, so your mom next, what's for a lunch? You need rice, right, for a lunch. So your mom before cooking the rice, what does she do? First she will handpick if there is any any pebbles or stones there in the rice or not. If she will handpick it Does she immediately after hand picking keep it for cooking? No, she doesn't do that. What will she do? She will pour water, she will wash it. Okay, she will wash it. When she washes the rice, what happens is, when she washes, this is a container, you have a rice here, your mom poured water, she poured water here, then she simply washed it. While washing, what will happen to the rice particle? Your rice particle, and then you let it settle for a while. While letting it settle, what happens to the rice particle? It will go and settle at the bottom. That means heavier particle is going and settling at the bottom of the container. Now that process is referred to as sedimentation. Okay, when the heavier particle, also referred to as sediment, that heavier particle is also referred to as sediment. When they go and settle down at the bottom of the container, it is referred to as sedimentation. Okay, now here in the fluid portion you will have a light fiber or any kind of any light particles, okay, husk of rice or any kind of light fiber, you will get it on the liquid portion. Okay, so now you will slowly remove this liquid portion out of the container. Now that is referred to as decantation. Slowly removing the filtrate out of the container is referred to as decantation. I hope you understood what is sedimentation and what is decantation. Okay, for that let us go through one more experiment, the easier one, which will help you to understand much properly. Okay, you will take one container, you will add a sand to it. You will add, what will you add? Sand, and then you will add water. So you have sand and water mixture. Okay, you will get a muddy water, sand and water mixture. Then you will let that sand and water mixture to settle down for a while. What will you see after a while? What will you see? You will observe that the sand has gone and settled down on the bottom of this container, and you will get the clear liquid here. You will get the clear liquid here, and you will have this sand here. Since your sand was a heavier particle, it went and settled down at the bottom of the container. That's why this process is referred to as sedimentation. Okay, sedimentation. Now you have a clear liquid. If you slowly pour this clear liquid into another container, what is that process referred to as? It's referred to as decantation. So this is also one of the separation method. Why do you carry out different separation technique? In order to get desirable substance, or in order to, other way around you can say, in order to remove impurities, or you can say in order to get pure sample, you carry out different separation technique. Among the different separation technique, today we discussed about sieving, and then we discussed about sedimentation and decantation. These are the simple separation technique which we all also use in our day-to-day life. Okay, in our next class we will be discussing about filtration, evaporation and magnetic separation. Okay, now keep one thing in mind. I am teaching you according to your reduced ICSE syllabus. So these are the main topics which are to be taught. Okay, but for your knowledge you can go through the other separation techniques that's given in your book too. Okay, thank you so much.